What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Dylan Mathews back at it again with another hometown take. Today I'm talking about the Atlanta Hawks, and first things foremost, shout out to my boy Hal Snipes for sending me an interesting little tidbit. It could be some news. It could be some news that Hal just sent me. So we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it, but I had to make sure I gave my guy Hal his props first and foremost. So thank you, Hal. Appreciate you, my boy. Anyways, make sure you guys like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Hawks to a great offseason, which it looks like they're in the works for, if what I got from Hal is true. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Oh, 1 second before we get into it, make sure you turn your notification bells on as well. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, turn your notification bells on so you get my content as soon as it drops. You can be the first to watch it, like it, comment, all that good stuff. So make sure your notification bell is turned on and all notifications are enabled. Appreciate you. Anywho, my boy Hal, he sent me a message board or a tweet that his name is Carson, sent me, and this dude from a message board who is, supposed to have, an insight or a source or something like that. He gave an update on the Hawks and, what could be stirring behind closed doors for the Hawks. Again, don't know how reliable this source is. Don't know how reliable this guy's source is. So what I'm saying, take with a grain of salt. I don't know how true it is, but I do appreciate Hal for sending it to me, but I don't know how true it is, so I'm not going to say any of this is true, false, or what. But we're going to talk about it. So he says, the belief around the league is the Hawks will land either Ayton or Gobert, with Capella going out. There is also belief that Atlanta will act soon on Gallo, although that's more of a given, as we all know, which I can go ahead and say it's true. They're not going to keep Danilo Gallinari on the same salary that he is owed. The belief around the league is, to clarify, that we will either cut him and re-sign him for less, or we'll just outright trade him, or maybe just outright cut him. But we're not going to keep Gallo on the same deal that he's on because he's getting paid too much. So we either cut him and re-sign him to a lesser deal, which, I think is the running favorite right now. If I had to take a pick, we either trade him or we'll just cut him altogether. We'll see. So that part, at least, I can tell you is true. Something's going to be done about Gallo sooner rather than later. I think it has to be done. And I can't remember if it's a post-June 1st thing. Oh, no. It's after the draft. If he's on the roster with this current deal after the draft, then he is guaranteed the boatload of money that we do not need to pay him that much. So the deal he's currently on, he's not going to be on. I can guarantee you that. He's not going to be on the current deal because his current deal is too much. We're not going to overpay him. So he's either going to be traded. It might be a draft night trade. We'll cut him and re-sign him to a lesser deal, or we'll just cut him altogether. So there you go. That I can at least tell you is for sure, and that's going to happen either during or before the draft. So that much I can tell you is true. There is belief that the Hawks aren't trading JJ, Jalen Johnson, Okongwu, or Hunter, basically anyone under a rookie deal, which understandable, because why? There is interest in Kevin Huerter, that is, but Atlanta is reluctant to move him. I don't really know why. I would be okay with moving Kevin Huerter if it means getting somebody big, but you're probably not getting anybody big for Kevin Huerter, so that's probably why they're reluctant, but we'll continue. Bogey is currently being shopped to other teams around the league. JC, John Collins, is not available for trade at this time, but he was being shopped around the trade deadline. Lottery teams have reached out about JC's availability, still something to keep an eye on, as the Hawks have a lot of interest in Jaden Ivey, especially around the draft in late June. The Hawks are not favorite around the league to get Lavine, Zach Lavine that is, but they are seen as in the running. I already told y'all that Atlanta priority is Lavine and Ayton. He meant Atlanta's priority. Anyway, is Lavine and Ayton. So there you go. Again, I have no idea how credible or non-credible this dude is. I have no idea how credible or non-credible this dude's sources is. So everything I just said, take with a grain of salt. I don't know if it's true, false, what have you. But there are some interesting things that if they are true, that we got to break down here. So let's recap. The belief around the league is the Hawks will land either Ayton or Gobert, with Capella going out. Okay, if you give me Deandre Ayton or Rudy Gobert, who else are you giving me? Because I need somebody else along with that. Now, it looks like they're trying to make other moves, but somebody else needs to come along with that. Okay, so if y'all are going to move Clint Capella, one, are you straight up trading? This is especially when it comes to Ayton. I know you have to trade for Rudy Gobert. He's under contract. Ayton, are you going to do a sign and trade? How are you going to do that to where Phoenix can't just match and you're out of a center? So there you go. Continuing, there's also belief that Atlanta will act soon on Gal. I already went over that. We're going to skip that. There's belief the Hawks aren't trading JJ, Okongwu, or Hunter based on any rookie deal. Okay, no real news there. That's kind of obvious. Atlanta being reluctant to move Kevin Huerter. You know, if you can get a solid role player for him, again, it comes down to what's the deal. You know, you're not going to give Kevin Huerter away for scrap metal. Like, you're going to need a good player back because Kevin Huerter is still a solid player who is still developing. So we'll see. And he is under contract. You know, he has been part of the squad. So there is some continuity there that you might want to keep, but we'll see. Bogey being shopped, though. What are you getting back for Bogey? Because Bogey was very good in his role off the bench. So if you're shopping Bogey, that means you like Bogey better than Kevin Huerter, which I can see, I can understand. You can probably get something better back for Bogey than you could for Kevin Huerter, maybe. So I can see Bogey being shopped. You know, they did sign him to a pretty good deal, so maybe they're trying to do. It's probably not even about money, but you probably just want to get more of a defensive-minded player, maybe a better two-way player than Bogey, because Bogey isn't bad defensively, but you can definitely upgrade it there. So maybe they're trying to get a better two-way player there by shopping Bogey, but that's interesting. I don't doubt it, but, you know, we'll see. Bogey, you know, maybe they're trying to get somebody more consistent too, because even though Bogey was better overall off the bench, he still had streaky nights, so there you go. John Collins probably not being traded. I'm not super surprised at that. I don't think John Collins is being traded unless you're getting a big name, unless you have to probably make that deal to land Gobert. And even if you have to trade, if they're wanting John Collins for Rudy Gobert, I probably wouldn't even pull the trigger on that deal. Capella, okay, and some draft picks, okay, but if they want John Collins too, I probably don't want it because Gobert honestly is not that good. Ayton maybe, but I'm not willing to give up John Collins in a deal for Deandre Ayton or Rudy Gobert, most likely. So again, maybe Ayton, definitely not Gobert. So Hawks probably not trading John Collins, but they do like Jaden Ivey, so we'll see. Maybe it's a situation where they trade up and John Collins is in that deal. Who knows? The Hawks are not favorites to get Lavine, but they are in the running. That's good, but if you're not the favorite, what does it really matter that you're in the running? Maybe Zach Lavine has a a change of heart. I don't know. So their priorities are Zach Lavine and Deandre Ayton. Are you trying to get them both? Are you trying to get one at least? If you give me Zach Lavine and Deandre Ayton, okay, we working with something. We working with a lot. Trae Young, Zach Lavine, Deandre Ayton, DeAndre Hunter, Onyeka Okongwu, John Collins. Okay, we working with something. We got something we can, we cooking with gas now. But again, how realistic is Zach Lavine? How realistic is DeAndre Ayton? I got to know these things. But if you're trying to land Zach Lavine and DeAndre Ayton, Travis Schlenk, do work, brother. Bring them in, brother. Bring them on, brother. I love to see it. So if that is true, I do like that they're going after, and I do at least respect the fact that they're in the running for Zach Lavine. And, we've heard smoke and, rumor and innuendo about DeAndre Ayton already wanting to come to Atlanta. So there probably is, smoke to that, and there could be a little fire to that as well. So we'll see what happens with DeAndre Ayton. I already did a video on him. Actually, that was the latest video I dropped, so check out my latest video if you want my take on DeAndre Ayton coming to Atlanta. So there you go. That's some news there, y'all. I like it. I told y'all Travis Schlenk was going to go after some big fish. I told y'all. Tony Wrestler said we're going to make some changes. Travis Schlenk said we're going to make some changes. So guess what? We making some changes, y'all. And they probably going to be some big changes. And by, the look of this, could be a lot of fire to this smoke. We going to see. But, man, if the Hawks were able somehow, by the grace of God, to land Zach LaVine and Deandre Ayton, even if they're able to land one, that's great. But especially if you can just land Zach, then, you know, I'm okay working with Clint Capella, bring in some other good role players maybe. I'm straight with that. Like, even just Trae Young, Zach LaVine, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Clint Capella, that's smooth. You know, we probably gonna need some better role players, but if you give me Zach LaVine, Trae Young, DeAndre Ayton, DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, and you keep Kevin Huerter to come off the bench, and you got Onyeka, the league better watch out. The league better watch out, because the ATL will be coming for some rings. Not a ring, rings, plural. Because not only will those be great pieces to win right now, those are all still very young pieces that we could be trying to go after some ships. We could be trying to make a dynasty here in the 404. So that got me excited, but I will tell myself and I will tell you all to not get too excited right now, because that's just a message board. Don't know the sources. This dude could be blowing smoke. Again, appreciate Hal for sending it to me. But don't know the validity, don't know the credibility or any of that. So we'll see. But I do know one thing. Big changes are coming. So get ready for that. And make sure you guys also like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel. Check out the link down below. To buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel, help fuel the Atlanta Hawks to a great off season, which it looks like they're on their way to, and I'm ready for it. But again, guys, like this video, comment your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, buy me a coffee if you can, turn your notification bells on so you get my content as soon as I drop it. And until I talk to you guys next time, make sure you guys stay true to Atlanta, believe in Atlanta, go Hawks. Peace.